Hello friends, I am Parsuram. I have done engineering graduation in 2010. After that, after qualifying the graduate aptitude test of engineering in 2013, I have done MTech in 2013 from the Tezpur Central Government University, and I have nearly 8 years teaching experience. I have taught thousands many engineering students. After that, I have selected the career in schools to teach the school students, and I am teaching physics and mathematics to class 11th and class 12th students. And I have taught nearly hundreds many students for physics and mathematics. Hello friends, today we are going to discuss a topic of class 11 mathematics, and that is a very important topic, and name of the topic is differentiation using the first principle. So we will study the differentiation using the first principle. So here we can find the definition. Differentiation basically tells us how the function behave with respect to independent variable. Any function, say fx, is the function of x. So here x is an independent variable, and for different values of x, we will have different value of fx. So if we will change the x function fx, we will change. So we have to find the what is the rate of change of that function with respect to change in the independent variable. So this is the differentiation. Okay. After that, we have to find the rate of change. So you can say here a function y equal to fx, and the independent variable is x. Here x is the independent variable, and function fx is the dependent. It depends on x. So here a straight line is shown. If x is changing, then fx is changing. So we will have to choose the two different points. So here we can see that at x1 we are getting the value y1, and x2 we are getting the value y2. So there is a change in the independent variable, and that change is the y2 minus y1. Difference between the function values is y2 minus y1, and change in the independent variable is x2 minus x1. So we can find the gradient of this graph. Gradient means change, rate change, that is the slope, that is the tangent, tan theta. So we can write a gradient equal to change in the y upon change in x. So there is a change in the values of function between two different point a and b, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So we can consider this triangle ABC, and we can apply the trigonometry here, and that is tan theta equal to height upon base. So we can write here tan theta equal to BC upon AC, and BC is the y2 minus y1, and AC is equal to x2 minus x1. So AC is equal to x2 minus x1. So we can say that is the rate of change, gradient and tangent all are same. Okay. So here we have found the rate of change. Next we will see, next we can see here that this function is changing with constant rate, but a function can change with a different rate. So here we can see that function fx is changing with x, but rate of change is not constant. So here the function is curved. So we will move along the function, then we can see that this graph is curved. This is not a straight line. So function fx is changing with different rate. Okay. So we can have any type of function, change rate may be constant or may be variable. So we will have to use the process of differentiation to finding the gradient here, the gradient of a curve. So here we can see that this function fx is changing with respect to x, and we have drawn a plot here. We can see at different time instant, at different point of variables, we are getting different tangent. So here we can see this is the point A, here tangent is this is the point where tangent is this is the tangent, this is the tangent, and this is the tangent. So tangent is changing, that is gradient is changing with respect to change in the x. So here we can say this is the reference line, that is 0 degree line, and if we are moving in anti-clockwise direction, then we will take the angle positive, and if we are moving in clockwise direction, then angle will be negative. So if tangent is this way, then we can say this angle theta is lie between 0 and 90, and slope will be positive, tan theta will be positive. But if line is this way, then we can say this is the suppose tangent at a point, then we can say this line is making some angle theta which is more than 90, and in second quadrant value of tan is negative. So we can the value of the function is decreasing at this point. Okay. So here we can see here this tangent is making more than 90-degree angle. So function is decreasing with respect to y. Here it is parallel to x-axis. So x is changing, but function is not changing at this point. So derivative at this point will be 0. That is gradient at this point will be 0. Rate of change will be 0. We can see this point C. So here we can find that this angle is theta. So this theta is between 0 and 90. So gradient of curve between at this point is positive. Okay. So here function is changing with respect to change in x. So we can find these angles are changing with respect to time, with respect to independent variable, that is x here. Okay. So we can find accordingly the gradient of a curve at different distance. So what we have observed that at some places angle is more than 90, at some places it is less than 90, and in some places it is parallel to the horizontal axis. So we can say here. So some places slope is positive, at some places slope is negative, and at some places slope is 0. That is, there is no change. So there can be three possible values of a gradient of a curve at different points. So next we will discuss here differentiation using first principle. So what we can find here, a function is changing. Here we can say this is the independent variable x and this is the function fx. If a function is changing this way, so we can find the value of function at different time instants. Suppose we have selected the independent variable duration is this. This is the point A and this is the point B. At this point function is having some value fx, and at this point function is having some value fa. So if we will check the change in the value of the function with respect to change in the independent variable, then we can find the rate of change equal to fx minus fa divided by x minus a. But here we can see, here we have selected an interval, a duration of independent variable. So, but function is changing at each instant with different rate. So this value is the average rate. So for average rate, we have to select the interval, and in that duration, we have to find the change in the values of function with respect to change in the independent variable. So this is the average rate of change. But function can change at different point instant with different rate. So we will have to find the rate of change at different points. So here we will find the differentiation using the first principle. So we can see that function is changing with respect to x, and we can say that at point x equal to a value of the function is fa, and at point a plus s function is fa plus. Here h is a infinite, simply small, that is very small number, very small, that is h is approaching towards 0. So if we have to find the value of the function at x equal to a, then simply we will put the x equal to and we will get the value f. But if function is changing with different rate, then we will have to observe the continuity at x equal to a. So we will have to check the value of function just before a and just after a. So if we are checking the value of function just after a, that is a plus. So a and a plus are nearly same, nearly equal, but a plus is the just after, just right to the a. So gap between a and a plus h is the h. So if here we can see that the value of the function at a plus h is fa plus h, and at a the value is fa. So here function is changing with different rate at different point. So we will have to reduce this interval tending towards 0. So here we will take the limit that h is approaching towards 0. So here we have taken the interval between a and b as such a and b. So for explanation we have taken as much gap, but these 2 points are very close to each other. We cannot take such a big interval because function is changing at different instant, at each instant. So we cannot take a big interval. So we will have to check the rate of change in a very small interval. So we will have to close this point here. We can find here b1, b2, b3, and this point b. This is the closest ever point. So this is the closest point, means at nearly at point A. So at this small duration, the change will not be as much. So we can find out that difference upon this where h is approaching towards 0. So this is the definition of first principle of a function fx at any point x equal to a. That is the difference in the values at two different point a and just after a divided by the difference in the independent variable, that is h, and this h is approaching towards 0. So this is the derivative of a function using first principle. What we can do, so here we have to find the differentiation using first principle. So we have applied this formula as we have discussed earlier. Now what we have to use here, this is the question that evaluate the derivative of x square with respect to x at x equal to 1 using the first principle of derivation. So here we have considered a function x square, and that function fx is equal to x square. So this function is changing with respect to change in the x. So first we have to find the derivative at x equal to 1. So we will use the definition of the first principle using derivation using the first principle, and that is the f dash a equal to limit h tends to 0 f of a plus h minus fa divided by h, as we have studied earlier. So this is the definition of the first principle. So we have to use this definition here. So here this definition is written f of a plus h minus fa upon h, and this is h is approaching towards 0. That is a very small number. So we have to find the value of function f of a plus h. So here fx equal to x square. So we can find f of a plus h by replacing the x with a plus h. So we can write here a plus h square. So square of the a plus h. If we have to find the value of fa, then we will have to write the fx at x equal to a. So we will replace this x with a, then we will get the value of fa, and here fa is a square. So in place of x, we have to replace the value x equal to a. So we will get this value. Okay. So what we have to write here, here we have written the definition of the first principle, and after that we have to replace the value of a equal to 1. So we have got this relation. After squaring this formula using a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, we will write here 1 plus h square plus 2h minus 1, and we can see that 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled out. So we will get h square plus 2h. We can consider h as a common, and this h and h will be cancelled out. Then we will get the value h plus 2. So for that, this is the simplest form. Now we can simply replace the value with h equal to 0. So after writing h equal to 0, we can find out the value of derivative at 1 equal to 2. We can use the simple formula d by dx of x to the power n equal to n times x to the power n minus 1. Derivative of a function x to the power n with respect to x is equal to n times x to the power n minus 1. So if we will write x equal to 1 here, then we can find derivative of x square is equal to 2x, and replacing this x equal to 1, we will get the value of derivative at x equal to 1 equal to 2 into 1 equal to 2. So we have got the same answer as we have got here, but this function has come using the first principle derivation. So all the formula of derivative has been found out using this definition, using the first principle. We can generalize this derivative at any point x equal to x. So here fx equal to x square. So we can write here, if we have to find the derivative at x, so we can write here a equal to x. So using this definition, this is the derivative at a point x equal to x. But if we would like to generalize this derivative, then we will replace the a with x. So if we will replace this a with x, then we can find out that f dash x equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus fx upon h. So after expanding, we will get this value, and here x square and minus x square will get cancelled out, and again we will take the common h, and we have found the formula 2x. Now we can find the derivative, that is rate of change, that is tangent, that is gradient at any point. So here we have got the f dash x equal to 2x. So simple, we can write here f dash x equal to x. If we have to find the derivative at a point x equal to minus 2, put x equal to minus 2 in this relation. So after replacing x equal to minus 2, we will get f dash minus 2 equal to 2 into minus 2, and answer will be minus 2. So we can find out the gradient, that is rate of change at different instant. So friends, we have learned all about the principle of derivation, and we can use this principle of first principle of derivation uh, to finding the derivative of any functions, and that's all about it. If you have any doubt, you can further contact the Urban Pro. You can use the Urban Pro. You can install the Urban Pro app, and using that you can contact me, and we can discuss further if you have any doubts. And you know that it's a pandemic situation, so you should have take all the protection as mentioned by the government authorities. Follow all the protocols and stay at home and stay safe. Thank you.